Hey, traders, welcome to episode 792 of the show. You could be doing anything but you're here. I really appreciate it. It's Sunday. Yes, the weekly candle closes in less than an hour, and just going to try to stick around to see it close with you. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. So just taking the stars off, man. You know, this is just kind of an overlay. I'll be in the spaceship until Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker comes out. It's just kind of like a pop culture thing too, leading the hype up to that movie, the last of the trilogy. So you're stuck with me in a spaceship for a little bit longer. It's okay though. So Bitcoin 7,100, you guessed it, man. No movement, right? Ran up to 7,200 earlier today before pulling back. And I don't know. I mean, I guess there's more to talk about on the 4-hour than there is the daily right now. But soon it looks like there should be something to talk about on the daily once this thing, figures out where it wants to go. It does look like in time we can see that divergence. Right, and that's really what we want on this significant time scale, the daily. All right, 4-hour though, already showing it. Okay, 4-hour. I'm gonna get rid of this. Sorry. Old channel we broke. We're already showing it really well. It's like you're barely making a lower low too. So it's like, dang, man, if you're just real looking, we could reverse here. Just depending on how market participants interpret this divergence, whether there's enough demand to propagate prices much higher, or is it going to just scrub out and then make a little bit of positive momentum going sideways and then dump once more. I do think the kill shot area for a low risk high reward opportunity, if we're going to play the pattern, is going to be down at like 68.50, between 6,800 and 6,850, right? I get it though. You don't have to always get there, but man, there's confluence there too from B to C. It's like a 1-4-1-4. So, and what is so important about 6,800, 6,850? That's like an extremely strong support looking left. It's historical, right? So, and that's where we could see the daily divergence, right? So you get kind of the thought process here on why this isn't like your lowest risk area. It's really down here if you're trying to go for low risk, high reward opportunity for a long, okay? Even though, yes, I know, I get it. 4-hour divergence is very, very clear, very apparent right now. But it's just not as strong as the daily, and that's why we're waiting to see if we can get some daily divergence, right? Going back to look, right? None yet. Okay, sweet, man. But we really know, right? Even if that area is low risk and it seems like we could double bottom there or whatever, the harmonic, the divergence, there's always the chance, right? If there's not enough demand that we can blow past 6,800 and come all the way down to 6,000. It's really between 5,800 and 6,150. It's that red zone. Red is dead. You fall below that, there's not really any kind of support. I mean, you can try to argue and say 5,000 support, but last time we saw it, we just blew right past it like it was nothing, like a hot knife through butter. So, again, man, that's probably your lowest risk entry area, 5,800 and 6,150, but again, you might never get down there. If the divergence appears on a potential little double bottom on the daily, then you might not, and then you might bounce from there and make a retrace, but then you might just make another lower high and sell off again and eventually get down there in like a month or two, right? You see what I'm saying? All right, that's kind of it on Bitcoin on the daily. I guess we can go to the weekly. Can y'all hear me? Yes? Here's the weekly. Bearishly engulfing, even though it's just a small candle, so it might just be indecision. Well, indecision after selling off, right? I can't say there's real divergence, man. I mean, you can argue here's a low, slightly lower low with lower levels negative Momo, but dude, remember, like, you're looking for like separation. You're looking for like a new island, and that was much more discernible there. We don't have that yet, and we definitely only have bearish convergence on the RSI, so Argument's not really, weekly. It's, you know what it is, man. It's 6,800, it's 7,400, it's 6,150, right? That's it. And you're below 7,400 clearly right now, which was, daily, weekly support resistance. So it just seems very likely that you could see 6,800 soon. 6,850, okay. What's up, Jacob? Thanks, man. This is Love Me Spaceship. This is great. Raise the bar for streaming. I guess, man. Really? No, it doesn't. There are people that don't put any work into their streams and they grow massively all the time. So, what's up, Robert D? Matthew D? Wow, multiple D's. Hey, Julia. Good to see ya. Daystream, what's going on? And did you say something about Probst's birthday soon? And how in the world do I have a patron that is named Baby Yoda, chat? Literally, Baby Yoda. And the picture, the avatar picture is Baby Yoda. Hype in the chat for whoever that is. Thank you for being Baby Yoda, dude. I need you on my spaceship stat. Seriously, when is Probst's birthday? You said, is it today or tomorrow? I don't know. Someone let me know. I'll definitely drink a beer or two for him in his honor. The biggest question, how old's he gonna be? What's up, Metal Blades? Alright, so you get it the weekly, it's kind of bearishly engulfing, but it's not a huge candle. But yeah, it's not a good candle. It's just, where's the demand right now? There's just not much. It might have a lot to do with the whole methodology that Bitcoin is some sort of hedge against the traditional system. And the traditional system's doing fine right now. That's the issue, right? Now we know it's like manipulated, inflated, it's crazy, it just keeps getting propped up by government powers, right? But at the end of the day, if it's continuing to perform well, gold, silver, Bitcoin, these hedges aren't gonna do as well, right? There's still hype on the stock market, lots of it. I mean, you know that if you watch this stream, man. Okay. What's up, Pokemon Red? Week off, holy crap. Spring Break Connect, Summer Break Connect down there. When's this gonna crash? 6K incoming. Again, right? Didn't we just talk about like alright, though you might have a trade set up in time soon at 6,800 for just a retrace, right? Right, you're developing maybe a harmonic here, and when like you hit, and if it does play out, right, just because the harmonic plays out doesn't mean it's gonna be like this one, dude. Okay, it's not gonna be like this Gartley, probably. So though it just plays out, maybe it's gonna retrace, maybe 50%, 62% of the way, maybe all the way up to 8,500 if it was to play out or not. But like, after that, after maybe the harmonic plays out, we could easily see just lower lows and come down to this area. And again, it could be in months' time. All right, so you're just well in the midst of a correction. Correction's going on for over 160 days now. All right, 104 weeks ago was all-time highs. Get wrecked. Wow. And there's no insurance that we'll see all-time highs ever again, or at least for the next 10 years. You just don't know, man, and that's why technical analysis is great, right? Am I concerned with Bitcoin going to 20K or even 14K again? No, I'm more like, hey, when is there going to be opportunity on this asset? And it seems like we're finally, after a month, maybe about to show a little bit of opportunity for a trade, right? It took that long for a swing trader. That's the mini harmonic. Okay, and again, still waiting for divergence on the daily. Okay, so, oh man, we got a couple movers today. You've got Tomo up almost 20%. I don't know what's on the watch list still. Engine was up over 12% earlier. It's up 10.46%. We'll look at that. BAT is up 6%. You got some altcoins that have moved up pretty well today. We'll just go to Engine real quick. Trying to engulf trying to break above the 200-day moving average 5 days in a row now. This is the 5th day you're struggling, but good news is on the sell-off, you've been unable to make any kind of negative momentum, really. I mean, yeah, it's building now. It was just waning, right? Just depending on a tick in price. It's very weak. Very weak. The selling pressure is just not good enough. Look at all this strong support that has been discussed thoroughly. 7.1 pennies. Yeah, where you just got like all the way back from July 2018, September 2018, March 2019, and then just a bunch October and November of 2019. It's very strong. You can even argue August of this year. So we're holding that for now, and I do think that what's happening is the wave analysis stuff, X, A, B, and we will soon maybe be working on C, where we rally, make a lower high, double top, or higher high before a much larger wave down. And then there might be another long opportunity. Like, this is the same thing we're looking at with BAT, right? Where it had the huge harmonic, and now it's starting to create a smaller harmonic, less significant, but it's still there. And we can look at BAT right after this. So Engine again up 10, almost 11%, 8.38 pennies. High for that. Oh my God, Probe's birthday is already happening in Straya. I wish I could say I just feel like streaming in an Australian accent. I don't know how to do it. Okay, so Engine, you know, we're talking about smaller harmonics. Then we can look at BAT now, the US dollar, Tether, and we're talking about this one, right, where it has hit the PCZ, yet it's not really, you know, bullishly engulfed there too, but it's not really gone anywhere, right? Positive moves building, but again, no price action with it really. So, I don't know, man. Right, you'd think that this would be it, but again, the daily wasn't showing very. You can say that's diverging, but that's not like real divergence. As you know, you're looking for separation in your histogram islands for some strong-looking divergence. That wasn't the case here. 4 hour though, we did have it a little bit. I think on the RSI. Oh, we had it on the MACD. It's more like convergence. 786. I mean, that's pinpoint right there. You're making a higher low now. So guess what's happening on BAT? It's showing like bullish stuff kind of on this time scale. All right, where it's like now like it's not divergence because it's a slightly higher low, but it's convergence, and it's so effing close to Class B bullish divergence. That's where you double bottom and show lower levels negative Momo, higher levels relative strength. So this is good price action on the 4 hour, and we could see higher prices from here. But again, remember, it's BAT. It's an S coin. So what does that mean? It's definitely going to be hypersensitive to Bitcoin price action. So Bitcoin dumps, forget about anything, any analysis. You have to analyze these and say, I don't care if Bitcoin moves one way or another, this is probably going to go with it, okay? The only time these things really can thrive is when Bitcoin volatility is at a low point, and that's kind of where we're at. Very, very, or just lacking in volatility, and it's been that way for a month now. So, but it just seemed like, you know, we're soon approaching a 786, where we're fulfilling some sort of XABCD stuff on the 4 hour. It looks like a bigger move on Bitcoin's coming soon. What's my take on the BIFINX longs? Well, you know, it's the same analysis or same conclusion I've drawn every time, and that is, all it's do is it's telling you how many leverage longs are going on that exchange, how many are open. Okay, so it could be like a bunch of, you know, I think it's the quantity of longs, not how much each long has. So I don't know if it's being manipulated or what, but at the end of the day, you think about it's one exchange, and most of the trading done, you know, the big moves, OTC, and exchanges a lot of times are reactionary to that. So I don't think it's very helpful at all, and I think it can only just it can only mess up your trading plan, right? It can only make you second guess traditional analysis. Okay, so what do you do? Like, you know, like what's it? Let's go to it. Again, we looked at it yesterday, every day pretty much, because it's all-time highs, right? Look, it's continuing to go, man. Like, it's just 41,657. Never seen that before ever on this chart. So, I mean, what is the RSI now? It's like 93.42, whatever. Chris, those harmonics have to be perfect to work. Perfect. Yeah, well, when they meet the criteria, we know that. We've memorized the criteria for all harmonics, so have you? I think that they don't have, I think they can work even being weaker. I think the strongest harmonic patterns are the ones that have confluence from B to C and X to A, or X to C in cipher case. So I don't think that bat pattern it doesn't have that confluence. It's exceeded the 1618. So, what's up, Renee? And also on Bitcoin's 4 hour, it has confluence. If like it's to hit that 786, it's also going to hit a 1414 fib extension. And at the same time, at that confluence area, there is a very strong historical support where we've never had a daily candle close below it. So you can't say there's not some sort of argument there that it could break the upside at that 6850 area. Okay. What's up, AM? Hey, Brookalinas. So, it's great, man. You got, I think, hedge funds now. This is kind of shifting gears a little bit because it's crypto, man. Whatever, dude. We've just discussed the crap out of it. Like, I can't explain it anymore with the weekly, daily, 4 hour. Okay, so like oil, hedge funds are making like the biggest bets they made on oil to rebound in three or 4 years now. And what's cool is, I mean, like, yeah, I get the fundamentals there and all that, but the thing that articles, things I'm reading, they don't tell you, like, that the oil industry and many assets that are in oil and energy have been beaten down to 88 and 90% retraces, that some of them are at 100% retraces from 0809. I mean, and they're not going to tell you that is value. That is someone who's a swing trader, you're looking for 88% retraces. Okay. And at the same time, you're looking for weekly divergence, daily divergences, which is exactly what we've been seeing on those charts. So, it's just so perfect, man. You know, I think I posted some Patreon trade setups for oil companies. So definitely Halliburton. Halliburton's up like 15-16% in like 6 trading days. So it's nuts, but it's also something you shouldn't put too much weight in. Okay, I think if Bitcoin dumps or pumps, this thing could easily just dump, and it won't do it won't mean anything really, right? It just means like, oh, okay, the quantity of longs is now dropped back into this range. Who cares, right? Bollinger Band's getting tighter and tighter. Well, there you go, man. And that means that's another form of calm before the storm, where an asset, once the two outer Bollinger Bands, they converge and get closer together. A lot of times that means a move's coming, and that's what Renee is talking about. Okay. What was the other one? We looked at Engine and Bat, 2 bigger movers today. Everything else is up about 2% or 8%. It's really not much anything. You got Tomo, dude. I don't know why. Like, it was a great education. Oh my god, dude. It's like, look, man, you're double bottoming. You have bullish divergence. You ran up and you hit the top of the range, and then you ran up and you hit the measured move of the range. And then after you did that, you sold off and then had false breakouts. You had a spring, and then you back tested the spring, and look what's happened after you back tested the spring long enough. Look where you've gone. You went to 7.556 pennies at one time before pulling back. That's crazy, man. All right, and now look at the follow through price action after the pullback. I mean, typical Telegram pump and dumps normally don't have follow through price action like this on the next day. So pretty wild, and you're breaking above overhead resistance for now. Highest level of positive momentum ever on Tomo chain, and you're at 78 on the RSI, clearly all-time highs there as well. Tomo Connect 21.31% up on the day. the illiquid S coin. Just, hey man, it's better. I don't know. We can look at this, or we can just look at XRP up 0.4%. Who cares, right? It's like, okay, we can look at Tezos just because it's actually been doing things. Look at it, you know, whatever that pattern I had plotted. It was just an impulse up and upsloping consolidation. You broke out of it. Now you're just kind of, you up thrusted first, pulled back, bullishly engulfed, rallied again, and now you're like back testing it somehow. So again, the target was $1.88, $1.86, 2-cent range. That's it. You got the 1272 from C to D, confluent with previous 52-week highs or whatever. So I think you would see that in time, but maybe not. You still have lots of positive momentum. You're not overbought, but you're going straight up. So crypto, gonna crypto, man. All right. Nice Tezos, man. Someone was asking about Link. Look at Link and log like we do. You know, it's really holding this support, like really strong support. You can see it July, September of this year. Now it's holding again. But the thing is, if you're talking about harmony, you'd think that between the 786 and the 1272, we would sell off. And then when that happens, we'd be looking for that bullish divergence on the MACD like Bitcoin, and maybe we rally after that. Look redder today. You know, the sun's down now and lighting. It's a little bit more warm than cool. So, Matthew, do you watch some of their stuff today? Well, they get more viewers than me, so joke's not on them. I don't know, man. I lost like, I think I've lost like 15 subs since I unveiled the spaceship, so I don't know, man. There's no reward for like continuing to innovate. I mean, it's like it's inverse incentive. Okay, so we looked at Link. You know, we were talking about oil. What is there? You know, there you go. The analysis has been done, and still waiting on that area, right, where all that confluence is with retraces, percentage retraces. All right. Wait, man, alert set up. We'll go to oil in a second. Look, Vechain is holding that 200-day moving average somehow, some way. Well, what happened? Where did my... What the heck? What was that? That was weird. Okay, so, you know, you think that there's the best value area at 38% of 1 penny down here. That's like a 786 retrace. But always the offshoot chance that an ascending triangle could be developing. We haven't pivoted yet, so unknown. No idea if it's an ascending triangle. You really need to rally and get up like 50% for you to say, okay, there definitely could be an ascending triangle developing on Vechain. It's just not there yet, right? So this is your way too soon potential idea of a pattern, right? This is not a pivot point at all yet, okay? You really want Bitcoin to rally, probably for this to stay up. Okay. Well, there you go, man. Maybe. But again, we'll see. What's up, Ramsey and Schwab, man? Hey, James, what's up, dude? Okay, so let's Vechain. So let's go back to the beautiful start for Halliburton. My God, it's like it was showing accumulation down here, but what got me the most was just the weekly. The weekly, man. Like, you can't even make it up. I mean, where we hit was an 88% retrace. You hit an 88 from your freaking 2008 lows to highs, 88%, and then from X to A, you retraced 1.272, 127.2%. Okay, so like that to me is confluence, and we also had the weekly divergence at the same time. Triple MACD and kind of like triple RSI, and we've had a resounding bounce. Okay, Halliburton closed the week, you know, up a lot, but you know, the Friday was down 1.28%. No big deal. The whole market was like, what? Because the day before was like a huge pump. So congrats, PG Beats, man. Want me to fix something? Alright, man, so it's Halliburton. I guess we look at XRP. What else is there to do? Weekly does look like starting to paint some bullish divergence for XRP, yeah. But it could just continue building. We could dump so much more and just keep building before it starts rounding out. It's still at its highest level this week, and you're beginning to bearishly engulf a little bit too below critical supports, IMO. There's no real critical support where you are, really. You're just in the middle of a bunch of chop. I mean, the bottom is like 15 cents. So it's good deal. Doing the same thing Monera's doing, Bitcoin's doing, right? XA, B, C, D, right? 786, 886, looking for it. You were showing some divergence and you moved up, but just a lower high double top, kind of like range bound. So with the daily, no divergence yet, but if Bitcoin dumps, XRP is going to dump, and you would think that the negative momentum would build again, and we'd get that. That's what we'd be looking for. Okay. Okay. So I think if you go to the 4 hour on XRP, you probably see the same thing, right? Where it's like, it's almost just too perfect. It's almost, nah, see, this can't even be a harmonic. It's not a higher high or lower high. It's just a double top, man. So, you know, again, there's a little bit of divergence that was occurring here. You're making higher lows, whatever, man. I mean, analyzing XRP, you might as well just analyze Bitcoin, okay? It's the same thing. So with XRP, I'd be waiting for down here too with Bitcoin, okay? I mean, you know, if it pivots here and runs up again for a third time, 23.25 cents, you could definitely say there's an ascending triangle going on. But remember we just talked about Vechain? It has the same thing where it's like sell wall, and then maybe if there's accumulation, if we pivot here for real, which we don't really know yet, I mean, you could be, yeah, looking at a potential reversal pattern, which could be very good. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter without Bitcoin, okay? And we really want to go much higher to know if this is a true pivot point, okay? It looks like you're kind of double bottoming, maybe on the 60-minute. You can see it right there. A little bit of divergence from here to here. So yeah, we could rally, assuming Bitcoin doesn't do anything. Good cheese. Yeah, double bottom connect, nice. 4 hours, great, showing divergence. Daily, showing daily and 4 hour divergence, remember? Beautiful. Looks like a falling wedge. Jeez, beautiful falling wedge. You'd think. Just eyeballing it. Oh, maybe not. It's close. It's almost more like a channel, you'd think, but definitely. I mean, this reminds me of like Ethereum or any other, right? That they have a huge dump and then they consolidate like this. That's what ADA is doing. Ethereum, Litecoin, they're all doing that crap, right? You're also, critical supports, historical supports going back from 2015, 2016. You're below it though, right? You are below it. In time, maybe you could rally up and make a lower high or the same high in inverse head and shoulders. That'd be pretty cool. Big gap fill up at 453. So that might be cool. We have a definite double bottom, like crazy looking double bottom with crazy bullish divergence at that bottom. So yeah, lesson be learned for those who don't get it. You see one bottom and then a second bottom, and you see stuff like this in the oscillator. This is showing that there's exhaustion setting in for the sellers, and there's impending price action reversal to the upside. Okay, so I think let me make sure this is show price. $3.94 to $4. Very important. You have to get back above that soon. Okay, maybe this is what would do it on Bega cheese. I want to say Bega because it's like Chicha-Bega. Like Michael Jackson. So we can do it. It's Michael Jackson's favorite cheese is Bega Cheese Limited. Yeah, not bad. Good one, Julia. Thanks for a request. Remember back when people used to request things? Like for real? These are super dark times for a crypto live streamer, dude. Super dark. Like I don't even remember feeling it like this last year when we were doing nothing for 3 months. It didn't feel like this, I don't think. So it's tough, man. It's like I might need to start like thinking about how I utilize my time. Like investing so much time into like the stream is like, nah. I don't know like if that's what I should be doing. I'm asking myself that, you know. So I'm just reading something. Okay. Let's go to the S&P 500 futures, right? Oops. All right, futures are open now, and guess what? From your high to low, currently sitting at a 1618 fib extension, right? From this high of July of 2019 all the way down to the August 2019 low, gold mean ratio. You're also outside, right? You broke out of an uptrend, right? A channel. It looks kind of like the Dow Jones, but on the S&P spot price, if you do the same thing, you are not outside. You are still like inside this channel. Okay, so divergence. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you had it, and then this happened, and then trade deal, all this other stuff, fundamental news, everything that's good, everything that you want to hear for the stock market to go higher, it was happening, right? Jobs reports, unemployment at insanely low levels. I don't even know the last time we've been at 3.5% unemployment. Let's see, 50-year low. Yep, haven't seen unemployment this good since 1969. Wow, that's when we went to the moon, chat. Ironically, we're in space. Okay. I guess I'll just go to the main screen for a second. Just because I have it. Alright. So you'd think that 3,200 would happen on the spot price or the S&P 500 eventually. I think that's just because that's that major 1414. Yeah. right? You can see in the top left of your screen, this is the, again, this is the SPX, and if you anchor 1 and 2 on the bottom and 3 on the top, you have not broken anything yet. And 3190, 3200 is that, again, remember, from the major high to low, you're approaching it, 3200, 1414. The 1618 though is at 3312, 3300, you know. Yeah, well, that didn't start with this administration, Darren, so I don't know what you're going for. I mean, again, I think that, yeah, whatever's happening, powers that be want this stock market to keep going. Jerome Powell's MO is to keep the market cycle going, the bullish market cycle that's been in effect for going on 11 years now. That's what he's trying to do, so he's going to do it. And look what's happening. He's doing his job, and it's showing on the charts. Okay, no amount of divergence can stop the government from rigging things a little bit, making things go on, keeping the momentum, the sentiment high or up on the market. Okay.
10 days until Christmas. Hype.
What's up, Matthew D, man? Thanks for the 10, dude. The Millennium Falcon flyby. Much love. Okay, yeah, we looked at that. Yes. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. What's up with that? What is that? Huh? That was that? Oh wow. It's my headphone holder. Okay. Yep, so this is the big screen for the S&P. 1414. 1618. Those are your targets. You are at all-time highs. And really, on spot price, we don't have any.
Let's see what happens with the $100 variation. The big 40 is tomorrow. Ready.
Old fart probes, man. Thanks for the 100. Yeah, it's much better in the cockpit. But yeah, it's like that. And what's gonna happen, dude? Thanks, man, for the freaking 100. Yeah. So, why is that not turning off? Hold on, let me do something. Holy crap, dude. Hype in the chat for Probst. Old fart Probst. Yeah, what's going to happen is I'm going to get people to work on creating better GIFs so that thing's facing me, shooting at me versus just a random Star Destroyer, right? So, yeah, $100 is Star Destroyer, right? So you got like the TIE Fighters, Millennium Falcon, and then you get the bigger ships, the more, you know, the larger the tip is. So, I don't know why this is happening. Oh, it's on activate, my bad. There we go. Okay. Should be good now. Yeah, I don't know. It's, I thought the Emperor was supposed to be laughing too. Maybe I turned that off, I don't know. Thank you, Probes. Oh my god. Seriously, dude. I don't know if that's happening, Shroob, man. Yeah, dude, seriously, happy birthday, man. It's not yet, right? It'll be your birthday, well, like 6 hours for me, and then I think 8 hours for you. So, thank you, man. Holy crap. Probst, I'll, shoot, man. I'll have a birthday beer for you. Hold on. Just hang tight, okay? Be right back, dude. All right. Probes, this one, all of it, every sip is for you, dude. Thank you, man. And happy effing birthday. How old are you gonna be, dude? 25 again? Just kidding. Okay. Let's, I don't know, man. I mean, looking at futures charts. I mean, I guess we can look at Bitcoin's future chart. Yeah, it's like before the adjustment. If you didn't ever adjust and you just left it alone, the way you had it before, like you're still, like you fell below it and you're back testing and has resistance again. So it's not really good. Okay. But the adjustment that I had made a while back was like this. It was like 1 and 2. You started anchoring from the bottom. You go to the top. Just like that. And if you do equidistant channel, you can clearly do that. I mean, whatever. There you go, right? And you get another touch point. So into the 25, look, the 25 touches, 75, heart line, resistance, resistance. Look at the 25 resistance, support. I mean, now resistance again. You're below the 200-day moving average, right? First time knee-jerk reaction, rallied. Second time, not so lucky. Now you're below it. Not really good. Okay, so this futures chart looks amazing if you plot it on the bottom side and one on the top. Okay. The downtrend, man. Downtrend for 160 plus days. Okay. Darren, I think they stopped doing that during the Obama administration. I don't know why. I think it was because the whole world was imploding and they were like, we gotta somehow make it look better or something, right? For public perception. Is the music level good? Because like with the headphones on, it sounds so freaking loud, man. Let me know. All right, Bitcoin futures, man. Below the critical support of 7,400, currently just sitting at 7,215. A gap down, right? We did gap down, so yeah, a gap fill could occur. You come up to 7,261, but man, like already so weak, dude. Very weak. Oh, I'm glad I don't only have to look at the Bitcoin chart. I would lose my mind. Okay. Weird, man. The other alert should have gone up too. What is it? Gap up to the moon. Wider than normal. It's good balance. Okay. Good on iPad. It's good. All right. Thanks. Hey Renee, good to see you again. Been a minute. I don't understand though, what's there to even talk about in crypto anymore, you know? Alright, so something that we looked at last night that I'm very, very intrigued by. DRH. It's beautiful, man. Dude, I can't even hear myself talk, you know? Sure it sounds good. Alright, so Diamond Rock Hospitality, you know, real estate investment trust. It broke a neckline of a textbook inverse head and shoulders pattern, and the measured move is much higher, 1188. This could have a very nice recovery if you can break above 1121, right? So It looks like a... no, I mean, it's like XABCD. I don't know about that. But again, that's like, makes so much sense for it to run up there because like that's where the major overhead resistance is, okay? Major overhead resistance. See, it's like so loud. I'm drinking Good People JUCO Session IPA. You know, JUCO because it's junior varsity or junior college. It doesn't have, it's like Bitcoin doesn't have the makings of a varsity athlete yet, so maybe it'll go to junior college. All right. Of course, I'm gonna see my whole family for the holidays, like I always do. Pointer, man. What about you? You gonna see your family too? Tiny Dynamite. So don't say like, holy crap, man, like where was this at? I mean, you're just breaking out. I mean, you broke out 2 days ago. Are you right at it? And now the macro helps propel you up above that overhead resistance to neckline. So very cool. Newly confirmed textbook pattern. Okay. DRH. Wow. We can just look at stuff again. We looked at 58.com. That's so funny. Probes, if you're in here, dude, it sucks that you missed it because, like, dude, this is your ticker, man. This is literally you, dude. Look at it. Look in the top left of your screen. It's not your ticker, but it's your company. Look what it did, man. It broke out, or almost broke out, right? It was so close. It like did break out and then pulled back to be right at it to where you're like, I don't know, man. So yeah, this is a very nice like range bound asset between $28 and $85 and Momo shift down sloping trendline breakout. You're already at a 38% retrace though. So, but I thought you get a kick out of the name. Possible bearish crab. Oh, there you go, man. So what does that mean? That means like 1618 is probably near the measured move or the top of the range, Rick. Just from thinking out loud. Maybe not, Rick. I don't know. You retracted your statement. So, what do you think, man? Oh, hog, man. We haven't looked at hog in a minute, man. Hog. Man, that double top. Holy crap. Jeez. So hog's in a clear correction. Right? Clear correction, weekly divergence is kind of there, I guess, from low to the same low, I guess higher levels relative strength. But you broke to the upside. But this is trying to say there's a inverse head and shoulders or something going on. I don't really see it. Low, slow, maybe that. Not that good, man. Not really great. So, I think the neckline would be like $41 though. But again, major correction been going on since 2014, man. You don't mess with that? Okay, have fun. Probably on the daily, another downtrend within a downtrend. Look, it's like another Momo shift trend line. Meh. You've broken nothing. So hog's really not that great at all. No thanks. Whatever. BWA. It's like XABCD stuff. I mean, Borg Warner Incorporated, if you're talking about 78% retrace, this could have a very nice run. It's, C to D could be way up here. But, end of the day, it's probably just, you haven't broken anything yet. Just do the same thing we just did on hog. Very easy. So until you break above like $52, still in the correction, right? could always end up being X, A, B, C, D, right? We get all the way down here. I don't know. It's yeah, auto parts, producer manufacturing, or eventually, and this could take forever, and may never happen, but it's just a long-term look at, see, it's too deep for retrace. You'd be looking for like 786 right here, but very possible if you're in a downtrend, and you just, you know, January 2018 confirmed another lower high, so that's just like your correction, but now you're making higher lows. Right, is it a double bottom or what? Weekly. But you see the convergence there is pretty nice. So again, it doesn't even matter. It's a potential double bottom. Fine. It's not a real double bottom until you break above 57.70. So, okay, go ahead. Just don't know that's going to be the case, man. Just like Hog, these things are in major corrections for years. Reminds me of like IBM. Bandit, rewind the stream, dude. We looked at Bitcoin long chart. We looked at Bitcoin, and I did a very, very in-depth, long analysis at the beginning of the stream, Paul. You can just rewind the stream. Look at it. Yeah, I think there's the lowest risk area is at 6150, but I do think that 6800, there is an area where we could reverse there, just based on all the technicals. That's it. Yeah, 2 minutes, so, yeah, look on the 8s. Sweet, dude. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Weekly candle's about to close. It's bearishly engulfing, technically. Here it comes, man. Bearish engulfing. Below 7,400, so when you're, you know, below 7,400 on the weekly, there's nothing until, again, 6,800. So, I do. It is not out of the realm possibility that we would see 6,800 again soon. Okay, I mean, tons of negative momentum on the weekly still, bearish convergence on the RSI, and bearish engulfing about to be painted in less than 1 minute. Okay, dang, that's crazy, man. 1969, last time we saw 3.5% unemployment. Crazy. Okay. Weekly close coming and daily close again. It's just gonna be it looks like you're just failing to break above. Look at this, man. Look at the amount of respect on the trend line. Look, no candle close below it. Look how we couldn't break it here. Look how we regarded as support here, resistance here again, and we're below it. So what does that mean? Like, if you see it like that, it's like, it would seem like, okay, we're gonna sell off again. Right, we're back testing, we're tried breaking, we're failing, and now we really back tested. I mean, it seems like 6,800 is very, very likely target soon. Okay, and you don't have any divergence yet, but soon you sell off again, you might start showing it eventually. Okay. Even though we know on the 4-hour chart, we do have bullish divergence right now on the MACD. That's it. All right, it's done. New daily candle has been born. New weekly candle has been born. I made it, man. Just wanted to be here for you for the weekly close. Though every week, the stream, you know, whatever. I don't know, man. Maybe I should just start going on Twitch or something, you know? Maybe at least like the normies. You know, most people in crypto don't give a crap about charts. Well, maybe more people on Twitch care about, you know, green screens and breakthrough innovations in streaming than here, because YouTube doesn't give a crap, dude. What do y'all think? You think Twitch might be a good idea to try it out? See, like, if, I don't know, just take a break from YouTube. It's doing nothing at all, right? It's a good song, though. So we've been live for an hour now. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button the bell, sub if you want. Doesn't really matter. It's not gonna help me grow. We've learned that. Excuse me. No. Ethereum log scale, clear downtrend still, right? It's perfect, and it looks identical to Bitcoin on the oscillators since November of this year. Right, it's doing the exact same thing. So holding on positive memo, but if it sells off one more time, makes a double bottom or lower low, you'll be showing probably divergence. Okay, next support for Ethereum is down at 125, and you can clearly see you're below the critical support of 146. So again, you stay below this long enough, you will see. I mean, the next support is 130 and 125. Okay. No, Marco, I used to be a 4K Andy, nearly 4,000 Andy, but yeah, dude, look at that. D-Live is not the best, and it's not really growing, Renee. That actually isn't true at all. Believe me, I keep up with this stuff. They're like, they went all in on PewDiePie, and they realized, whoop, they didn't realize anything. I think Mixer tried to realize it. No, they did the wrong thing by just getting PewDiePie there. He's not even a real streamer. He's just a YouTuber who creates static videos. That's how he made it big. He used to stream like video game stuff, like, you know, scary games or something. Yeah, maybe no FOMO, but again, that's the whole point, right? Yeah, there's no market over there. I know that. That's why I'm not there. But again, there's no market on YouTube either, no FOMO, right? So, like I'm saying, maybe people will appreciate on Twitch, like the viewers will appreciate this, right? Something that no one's ever really done before. Maybe, I don't know. You know, I haven't gained one sub since I unveiled all this. Not one. I've lost 15 plus subs since I unveiled this. Yeah, well, that won't be happening probably anytime soon, Marco. So, trade of the week. I mean, I think we just looked at one that could be on a breakout, right? It could be that watch this is long. DRH maybe. It could be. So whatever. So again, Ethereum in log scale is clearly in a downtrend over 160 days, and the next real support, it's not even that strong, it's 125. After 125, it's 100. After that's the 80s. Okay. The stock market value areas? Absolutely not. But it had been consolidating and barely making all-time highs, like 2% every year for 3 years or so. And we've just had a lot of FA come out. I think it's an election year. I don't think the Fed's going to be doing anything but trying to keep this market propped up until the election at least. Okay, same with the president. So we could see the stock market continue on to much higher prices. Okay. Note Miller, what I've learned in life is you deserve exactly what you have and what you get, right? So I don't think that's true at all. Okay. Like, I think I have like the best quality viewers on the internet. Okay. I think I have that, but it just sucks you can't grow, right? When you plateau and stuff. And it's, who do you even talk to about it? Should I just go get a therapist and be like, hey, I can't grow on YouTube anymore? Well, I can talk to you all about it, but people tell me to just shut the F up and just read charts. It's like, I do read charts, but there's only so much chart reading you can do. The rest I like engaging with y'all. I should have accepted that beard oil product opportunity. Okay, yeah, that's it, dude. No thanks. Still good. No beard oil for me. Beard lights soon, though. I have beard lights. I'll be unveiling them probably a few days before Christmas, so look out for that. And we go to Litecoin, same way. Log scale, it's been a really good look for us. It really, really helps you see the downtrend we're in. Everything confined. You can't really, this dump here was so severe on price that you can't really confine everything. Well, when you go log, it's beautiful. And we know the next real available support on Litecoin, I think, is 39.42. I don't know why it couldn't get there unless the divergence in the 4-hour on Bitcoin and Litecoin also, like, you know, makes this thing reverse the upside for just a, you know, a lower high or something. But it doesn't look that great, man. Look, it's like impulse down, and then you're like a 1 month of just distribution with some sort of scrubby buy wall. That's bearish. That's not really bullish. A bearish pattern and a bearish trend, this could easily see lower prices on Litecoin. Even though I do know that every crypto right now is kind of showing 4-hour divergence. Okay. Yep, we looked at Tesla's, Leon. We sure did. Craig, any major crypto is going to be having the exact same thing as Bitcoin, which Ethereum, what'd you say? Divergence on the weekly? I don't think so. Not if Bitcoin's not showing it. Nah, I wouldn't consider that much divergence at all. Remember, the best divergence is when you have separation on your histogram islands, like when you show some green. Now, you still have to show a lot of negative momentum. One thing I do kind of like about the selling, right? Looking at this in log scale, look, I do love how we keep making lower lows and we keep losing volume, right? Every time we sell off, we make lower levels of volume, meaning like that's weak. That's weakness for the sellers. Okay, normally when you sell off, you want to be building volume, right? So it's just like it does seem like you're getting a little weak on selling. But again, most of the trading's done OTC, so you might have to take that with a grain of salt. That's like a stock market thing. That's like a lesson you learn in the stock market. The calm before the storm stuff. Receding volume on lower prices is good. It's a form of divergence. But again, it's a different world we live in here, okay? All the research was done on the stock market, not in crypto, so. I have not tried the Vechain yet. There's not been enough reason. I mean, dude, it's like whatever. Hey man, it's the first effing sub since I unveiled this space stuff. Thanks, man, for doing that. Thanks for subbing. I know it's crazy. Very grateful, man. Very, very grateful. Holy crap, dude. Didn't expect it was ever gonna happen. I don't know, man. Litecoin and BTC is just range bound at the bottom of a range, but unfortunately the range is like a bearish range, you know? It's like, hold on, let me right, it's like, you know, this low 6,000 sats, you know, you're here again. Ooh, we got a little divergence going on. It might be an Adam and Eve double bottom, but again, dude, I don't, if you're talking about value, I guess it's hard to say if Litecoin has value, Litecoin to Bitcoin, because it's a virtual asset that does pretty much nothing, dude. Nothing, right? And it's just tied to Bitcoins. But if you're just talking technically, I mean, look, you know, you're below December 2018 levels. You're below November 2017 levels. That's pretty trash, dude. But I guess the good news is, like, you're trying to break back. You're trying to spring. And you're trying to make some sort of lower low double bottom. Like an Adam and Eve, right? So on the daily, Litecoin to Bitcoin, it's like a low here, and then now we're at a technical lower low on candle closes with higher levels of relative strength. That is good. Now the MACD's bad, but the RSI is indicating and pending price action reversal to the upside. When you have that on the daily at these areas, yeah, it might be a low risk area, but again, just remember, I don't know. It's tough to perceive value on a market where there's absolutely no fundamental analysis behind the asset, right? Like oil. Everyone has to have oil, dude, right? Like big time. And oil is at, and the assets that are in oil are like hitting 88 to 90% retraces. Well, they produce a product and people buy it. We know that based on the quarterly reports they have to dish out. So, okay, yeah, value. But like crypto, Litecoin doesn't produce oil. Litecoin doesn't do anything, dude. It was like some sort of kind of failed trying to be better than Bitcoin. It's the same type of technology. It's just a little deviation of the code. And Bitcoin was trying to be a medium of exchange, which it's not because it's too volatile. Okay, well then maybe store value. Well, when Litecoin is not really a store value, I guess. It can be, sure. Volatility though sucks for store value, just like medium of exchange. So it's like this knockoff of the godfather of coins, Bitcoin. That's it, dude. It doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't produce anything. So it's like perceiving value is tough, even at 90% retraces. Okay, so that's it, man. But people are obsessed with crypto only when it's pumping. Miguel, yes, I certainly have looked at Tomo. Yeah, I looked at it early in the stream. Yup. Yeah, but Great Britain Pound's looking amazing. Yeah, huge move up. It broke out. It had a very big historical breakout, okay? I have a stowaway. Badlands chugs in my storage room, chugging my liquid refreshments. Partying with alien cuties. Well, good for him, man. He deserves it. He's got millions of subs and he grows every day. He deserves it, right? Me as a streamer, right? I don't grow. Man, I really was like, oh man, I'm about to beat out Matt Beasley on a sub count, his highest high ever, and I can't do it, man. It's like, oh, no wonder he stalled it. The exact same sub count I stalled at. Okay. What's up, Bandit? Alright, let's just look at some more stuffs on the stock market. Oh man, none of that even has the volume now. Okay. FCEL. I don't know about that, man. It's like double bottom. Yeah, after losing your soul. Nope, no thanks, dude. Terrible trend. I just don't care. Like, maybe it's going to rally. It's probably just going to rally, scrub high, dump again. Whatever, man. Exxon, yeah. I don't know, man. Lower highs. It's almost like a huge head and shoulders, and you've already broken out, right? Like a shoulder, head, right shoulder, and now your like neckline was here, and you're out. I don't know. There's support there, though. Major support. 2011, 2015, 2018. Now we're here. So you got the critical support, historical support, and then you got clearly a downtrend, right? Oh yeah, like that, pretty much. Perfect, right? Because you get all the heartline touches there. That was beautiful. So until you break above 78 bucks, you're in the downtrend. That's what I think, man. Okay. I mean, if oil is to recover, Exxon's probably not going to dump down to 88% retrace levels. But you know, if you break below $67 convincingly, you'll be seeing probably 56 bucks real quick, right? For real. I mean, after that, I mean, there's no support until 47.83. So there you go. 67, 56, 47, very critical historical support resistance areas, okay? So, all right, so the thing going on with the oscillators at this time, I guess you could say it's really tough on the weekly. It's all like, it's a Class C divergence on the daily. Oh yeah, okay. We had looked at ExxonMobil. It was like some sort of Gartley. Yeah, 618-786. Okay, so we did reverse there, but when we reversed, we ran up to make a 50-62% retrace, and then dumped, and now it's like almost like you got distribution going on with a buy wall. I mean, it doesn't look that good to me, right? When you see a high, look, a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and then you see like support, the buy wall with a distribution, classic distribution. It doesn't look that strong to me, even though I know oil is like, you know, we just talked about it earlier. Value areas. Okay, so Exxon's not that great. I'm talking about maybe the scanner was saying something about a double bottom. I mean, I see it maybe, but I also see distribution, lots of it. Well, you're in that downtrend. You're also in the range. I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've looked at this. Yeah, but it was like huge weekly falling wedge, hitting a critical support level, right? And with bullish divergence on the weekly. Mattel was looking good, and look what's happened. I haven't looked at this in a while because I noticed like, and I started using yellow trend lines. So you were range bound. You were at the bottom of the range, and the divergence was there, and now we're popping, right? Up 4.38% on Friday, right? But definitely some distribution going on, and that's what we showed you on the daily, was that channel, okay? But a major weekly falling wedge, as you can see it, man, all right? So I'll show you like this, too. So it looks a little bit clearer for you. And to be straight up, man, it's probably not, you know, you use this trend line, it's like momentum shift trend line, but the wedge is probably more so just like this. I don't know, man. If you do that, then you have to adjust here. I don't want to do that. I think you want to keep it like this so you understand like where the real momentum shift breakout is, right? So very, very low risk, high reward opportunity areas for Mattel was down at like $9. It's at 1334. It hit that area 3 times. Man, I wish we'd have been. I need to put this on my crap. This crap on my watch list, man. Dang, man, had it charted out and everything. Could have been a real good play. Now it's just up off all those areas. Very nice. Good shout, Mattel. They make toys and stuff. Yep, head and shoulders on my sub count numbers. Yo, absolutely. And concurrent viewership, everything. Everything as me as a streamer is bearish right now. All right, the beer that was for Probst and his birthday will be happening at midnight. It is done. I've finished it. So I've also been here for an hour and 20 minutes. And we got to see the weekly candle close, which used to be kind of an eventful thing, not really anymore. All right, last one. Then I'm just gonna go like whatever. Talking about you still can get in on ING. I don't know, man. I mean, like, you have a critical support here. Dude, that's huge dump. You sprung, you back tested the spring and ran. I don't know, man. This almost just looks like you're creating a right angled and ascending broadening formation. Bearish. Not sure if I like this, man. Really nice divergence developed on the weekly. Good God, that was nice divergence. Like a low, and then the lower low, higher levels relative strength. Beautiful. But it's already played out, right? It's already playing out. It was like 9 something. Now it's like $12. So it's like a Mattel situation where it's like, man, could have been so much better. What do you think? Would this be a cipher? You know, could we have a cipher? X, A, B, C, D, 786. If this thing was truly to climb, first at 382, and then around again. I mean, dude, I don't know, because look at the divergence on the daily. It's so effing bad. It's real bad. You're above the 200 moving average, 200-day moving average. Again, like the target's gonna be like 1486, 1620, but the main one I think is 1811 to take a short. All right, let's see if it can get up there. It may not. It may never get there, right? I don't even know if this was deep enough. Jeez. It'd be like that, cipher, but that is not. That is not enough. 35%. It's close to 382. It looks like it from a high to low. Oh, this low. Yeah, it's a 38% retrace, but I just don't know, man. That's pretty close. So maybe that's in development. Could very well happen. But dude, you are diverging like a madman. Bearishly diverging, so we could sell off again. But yeah, it was a great area to take along because of the support, historical support and resistance. 2012, 2011, jeez, 2016. Travis, yeah, right, dude. Whatever. Nice Shepard, thanks, dude. Hope you are having a good holiday season, man. Alright, well, thanks so much, Probst, for the 100, and thank you, Matthew D, for the 10. Because of your contributions, I'm able to come back and do this daily, okay? So I'll just be back probably tomorrow sometime, maybe, if it makes sense. So, yeah, thanks so much for everything. We appreciate it. Love y'all. Until next time, respect the TA.